I have a I have a neighbor who delivers mail packages. I'm not exactly sure what he does. It might be, Amazon or mail or post office. I don't even know. FedEx could be. I don't know. But anyway, his job is he has a car that he uses to do it, and he drives around, and he is in and out of the car all day. Like, he'll drive up to somebody's house, he'll jump out, deliver the package, get back in the car, next house, jump out, back in, back out, back in, does that all day long. So that in effect, he is opening and closing his door like thousands of times every day, every week. It just adds up, thousands and thousands and thousands of openings and closings. And what happened, and this is not his car, this is mine, because I'm going to use it to show you what we did. What happened is that this latch became loose, because the way this is constructed is that this latch has a little piece of metal behind it that's about the same size as that latch. And there's this metal here is pretty thin. This may be a little thicker than a thin can, but not much. And there's a little holder that piece of steel slips into, that these two bolts go into, and that's what holds this. And on his car, this whole thing wore out from opening, closing, so that this was still connected, but the piece inside there broke loose from inside the car, and it was flopping around, and then the door wouldn't open and close. And in order to fix it, he wanted to weld up the broken part in here. So he took this off, and he got a welder, got a good MIG welder with gas and everything, and he welded this as much as he could. But in reality, there's not enough metal to weld through, especially when the metal is wore out. And what I advised him to do, and what he did do eventually, was he took the inside of this apart. This is a plastic part that covers over this metal body, and we cut a slot in the back side of this thing with a cutting wheel. I have one of those grinders with a cutting wheel, so I cut a slot that was probably about 3/16 of an inch up and down here. And then we cut a piece of steel out of this material, and this material right here is that's probably either 3/16 or possibly, yeah, I'm guessing that's about 3/16. So we cut a piece of that, and not an angle piece, but a flat piece, and we drilled 2 holes in it, and we slid that flat piece in that little crack that we cut here, and we made it long enough so the end of it kind of stuck out the back side. So the front side pushed up hard against this angle, and this angle it has a spot that sticks out. This is after we had removed this and removed the piece from inside. So that metal piece went in through a slit in the back, hard up against this, and then we tapped and died 2 holes here, and we slid that into place and held it, and slid this back into place and tightened it up against it, so that big piece of metal, and in our place, in our situation, we used one that was about 3.5–4 inches wide, was pulled up tight against the back side of this, so that we regained the strength from this entire pillar here. And then we were able to go back over here and weld the back. This was sticking out where the hole is, to make sure everything was snugged up, and that fixed it. Now, I explained all that because while we were actually doing it, I was shooting video. But when you got 2 guys working in an open door like that, I mean, there's no real way to get good video. So what I'm going to show you next is the video that I did shoot. Try to give you as much as I can of a view of what we did inside that door, because you may come into a situation where you're trying to fix that door and there's nothing to weld to. If this area here wears out, he was thinking about taking it to a body shop, having them cut this whole thing out and put a whole new thing in there, which would have cost him a ton of money. But what we did worked great. He was able to drive it away, and he's out there delivering mail in it today. So I'll go show you the videos I made of that. Hopefully this will be helpful to you. That's not probably the funnest screwdriver.
No, it's all right. It works though.
You all right with it?
Yeah, because it's the only one that has the bit that fits it right. Tell you one thing we don't see over here in our old house. We saw. Let's see here. That little straight slot screwdriver.
You need a screwdriver?
Yeah, the little straight slot.
This one?
Yeah, maybe.
Or you need a Phillips head?
No, I'm just trying to center it up, so hopefully it'll find it. Oh, no such luck yet. Looks like it needs to go back. This needs to come out. There we go.
I feel hopeful.
Yep, that's got it.
That looks pretty good.
Yep. It's definitely getting in there.
Hey, I believe that will hold.
Yep. For a month or two at least. Alright. I'm not going to push my luck with the hammer or anything. I'll never get it out otherwise. Now we just hope like hell it all lines up. And the door closes. It doesn't hit.
Look at that.
Alright.
You're so clever.
Well, I definitely appreciate the help. Definitely an interesting afternoon.
There will come a day when I'll need something and you'll be around. And
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it'll work out. That's the way neighbors do.
Oh, yeah.
They like fancy cars and stuff. What is this car?
It's a 2010 370Z supercharged.
The 370Z. So the old 280Z, that's a moderner version of them,
Much
right?
more, yeah, I've actually got two 240s.
240. That's why it was 240.
240 was the original one.
I knew a girl over in Alabama. She had a 240Z, and then she bought a new one the next year. I don't know if the number went up or what.
260, yeah, it went from 240, 260, 280, 300, 350, and 370. Now they just call it a Z.
That's a cute little car. This is too. I'm pretty sure that ain't as fast as my Prius, is it?
Yeah. It depends. You got yours unlocked?
Unlocked?
Yeah.
You mean are the doors locked?
No.
Oh, is there another trick I don't know about?
Reprogram, take the governor off your ECU.
No, I don't know anything about that. I don't need to either. I like my gas mileage just like it is. That's pretty. Look at that. See, I got high-class neighbors, y'all. Y'all think I just live out here amongst the bullfrogs and the alligators, but I really do got high-class neighbors. Tell them bye.
All right, see ya.
That's fun.